What is going on, you guys? It's your boy Cyrus Obsidian, back from a little hiatus. Sometimes we just need to take a break for mental health reasons, but we are back and ready to go into action and top locals. So without further ado, let us dive right on in. So for today's locals, it's a special event today. We are doing our Super League final standings, and your boy made it to top 8. So we are able to compete for the big prize pool at the end of the rainbow, but we don't know if we're going to contend very well or if we're just going to blow out our opponents. So we have molded over for an entire week to see what we're going to play, and I think we're just going to return to a good old classic that has done us well, Mimighoul. So we have made some changes for Mimighoul, and it is just a day after Halloween, so we can still claim the Halloween spirit and hope that it can take us into action. Because, you know, I never knew that it was bad to pick ghouls up in a dungeon, so here we are. So, without further ado, let me show you our updated deck profile that we are rolling with, what changes we've made, and hopefully these changes take us to the top along with our great strategy. So, let's show you the deck. All right, let me show you the changes that we have made to our Mimighoul deck for our run for today. We're playing one copy of Mimighoul Master as one copy is all that we really need. We're playing 3 copies of Dragon because it's just our 1 card combo starter, 3 Archfiend, 3 Fairy, 2 Slime, 1 Cerberus, and then 1 Armor. So I think these ratios are pretty good because we want to see these top 3 right here the most. Argument can be made for dropping Fairy to 2 rather than playing it at 3, but I think it's just a really good extender to just have just in case you need it. Slime is just, you really don't need more than just the 2 copies because most of the times you're hoping to just OTK your opponent on the next turn. And then Armor, yeah, it's just really good at just 1. Moving to our Mimighoul Spells and Traps, we are maxing out on copies of Mimighoul Dungeon because this is just the bread and butter of our deck, the floodgate that wins us the game. 2 maker, and then 3 room. So we want to see room as much as possible because this allows us under dungeon to just really solidify floodgating our opponent and not letting them normal summon. And with decks that do need their normal summon these days, you know, we can play around that. So yeah, that really just helps us really make sure that we are making sure our opponent can't play the game. And then our cash tier engine has changed. We're playing 2 copies of Unicorn with 1 Fenrir. We're playing the 1 Birth and 1 Theosis. So since a lot of the times we are just Xing in the deck, Theosis won't hurt us at all because you turn 1 board, you're going to make Throne, Giant, and maybe a couple other Xyz here and there. You could do link lines, but if you see the cash tier engine, for sure, you're really just going to be really solid. And like all you really need to see is just Unicorn to like really make this really live, because you go special Unicorn, get Theosis, get Fenrir, get your Unicorn. So you've already read it out. 3 cards from your deck, leaving just the Birth left, or like if you already have the Theosis or Birth, you've already weeded out your entire cash tier engine, which is really solid. For non-engine, we are playing 2 copies of Talent and a copy of Prosperity. I think the Talent Prosperity is just solid. You just keep it as it is. And then for hand traps, we're playing probably the card that will auto win us most times. 3 copies of Shifter, 3 Ash, 3 Imperm, and then 1 Called By. So the only card I really fear tonight is seeing Dominus Impulse, because if my opponent impulses, then we're kind of just dead in the water, since Impulse really is the counter to our deck. Our extra deck, this is where we have made some changes. We are playing 1 copy of F-Zero Utopic Draco Future with 1 F-Zero Utopic Future. I think this is really great going first, because you just a lot of the times playing against decks that can main Super Poly, we were getting Super Polyed, so this kind of helps us play around Super Poly a little bit. We are playing 1 Lur's Ensemble Roblin and 1 Nightingale for the Zeus package. This is what I was like really wanting to get. The ensemble is really good also going first, being able to establish it, passing, and then you can use it to bounce a card to help further floodgating. And then we're still playing 2 copies of Giant Mimighoul, as this gets us in everything and all of our resources that we could possibly need. We're playing the 1 Throne, 1 Downard, 1 Typhon, and 1 Zeus, because both are just really solid. For our links, we're playing 1 Moon, 1 SP, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 Axis Code, and then 1 Underworld Goddess. So I think these are solid line. They helped out a lot. We did drop the Anima along with the IP, just that way we could play the Lyrillist stuff and the F-Zero. So this is going to be a trial run to see how well this works. And I think it has some solid potential going forward for the deck, but we will see. So on to our side deck, where things are probably still the exact same from the last time we played this deck. There hasn't been like much that we've changed to the siding of it, just the main and the extra. We're still playing our 3 copies of Molcharming Perulia because that's all we can afford. Definitely, if you have the money for Wallace, go for it. Maybe. I definitely hesitate there because it's not as good as we like to think. 3 Spooky Dogwood for time, 3 Cyclone for back row decks, 2 Lightning Storm and 1 Duster just to kind of help us board wipe, and then 3 copies of Evenly Matched because I love this card to death. So that's it for our main, extra, and side deck. So let's see if we can make our return to the dungeon once more and top of today's locals. Whew, so what an event. So apparently I didn't know that it was an elimination, best of 1 elimination, single elimination, that's what it's called, event tonight. So what our tour essentially was doing is Super League, top 8 were ones that would fight out for the big prize pool at the end of the rainbow, and I was in that. So our one and only round, we play against Azamina Fire King Snake Eye, which the deck is just all gas. Going first, I opened up 2 Maker, Theosis, Dungeon, and Tactics. And he was going first. So he was able to full combo off his board. We drew for turn, drew into Shifter, and into draw phase, we just threw the Shifter away because I was like, this isn't going to do anything for us. So I go ahead, activate Maker, and it gets impulsed. And I was like, yep, the 1 card I was fearing, and he opened it. Game 2, we went first, and he Perulia through 2 Perulias, which against this deck is really great to do. You get Perulia, you have like the choice of, do I play through it or do I just let it go and I try and establish a decent enough board? We didn't care, so we were just full comboed off anyhow, and we ended up with F-Zero, Master, Dungeon, and Room with 2 set on his field. He had drew 10, which that would come back and bite us. Came to his turn and he just full comboed, broke the board, and it was just game over. It was game over. We just had a chance, so we got eliminated. But at least we were in the competition to begin with. Going into the event, I knew Impulse was going to be the bane of my existence playing this deck, and there's just no way around it. You just hope they don't draw it. Whatever. But that's it for this special edition. We didn't even get to make it very far before I like deconstructed the deck and I put things in other decks. But we've got other decks to look forward to here in the future. We're coming in with some new ideas, bringing in some old ones with Bonanza coming out, hopefully reviving one of my personal favorites that I can finally play again. But we shall see. So like, comment, subscribe, you guys. Let me know what you think of the deck profile, and let me know what you think about what I should try on next. We've got some ideas cooking up here, so we'll see what happens, but we'll pass it over to you.